The objective of the die cutter is to position stacks of corrugated material. The equipment used includes a 129 high-core die cutter and roller conveyors. The materials used are corrugated parts with dimensions of 55 inches by 31 inches. The work environment is an indoor environment with no air conditioning. Personal protective equipment includes a floor mat and gloves. The height of the workers observed were 6 feet 2 inches and 6 feet 5 inches. The work tasks for the die cutter begin by getting a bundle of corrugated material. Then the worker will walk to the press and position a bundle of the corrugated material at the load position of the high-core die cutter. Next, the worker will straighten or push corrugated pieces so that they are aligned correctly, and then walk back to the conveyor. The worker then monitors the die cutter and activates controls as needed. Some irregular tasks were observed when the paper was bad. In this case, the worker will get a bundle of corrugated material from the stock or the die cutter. Workers were also observed walking to the side conveyor and positioning bundles of corrugated material on the side conveyor. There were several ergonomic risk factors observed for the die cutter position. Repeated and sustained exertions included a medium pace with hands in steady motion and exertion to get and position bundles of corrugated material. Brief pauses in hand activity were observed when walking to the conveyor without carrying corrugated material. Sustained exertions included continuous standing. Forceful exertions were required to lift, carry, and position corrugated material. Awkward postures were present in the form of torso-lateral bending and flexion, or forward bending, and neck extension, or backwards bending, to monitor die cutter operations. Torso flexion, or forward bending, to get corrugated material from the lower levels of the stack, and to push the stack of corrugated materials was also observed. In addition, elevated arms were required to get a bundle of corrugated material from the top of the stack. Finally, wrist extension or backwards bending to straighten corrugated material was observed. The mechanical or localized contact stress included stress between the palms of the hand and the edges of the corrugated material. The recommendations for the die cutter work task include: investigate the use of lift tables with roller top and stop point for the incoming cardboard stacks to decrease posture stress. Consider the use of tools or other mechanical additions to the accumulator to align the cardboard in the press to decrease localized contact stress. Consider the use of gloves with palm padding to decrease localized contact stress. Investigate equipment that will mechanically align cardboard with the accumulator to reduce localized contact stress. Investigate the use of cameras and monitors for monitoring the die cutter to decrease posture stress. The observed worker was 6 feet 2 inches tall. Shorter workers may have difficulty monitoring the die cutter because they will not be able to see over the machinery.